Okay, so Tim, I have a question for you. The problems that you're having getting these Franciscan personnel files released, does this predict any problems that the other LA cases are going to have that settled a year later in Los Angeles?
Well, I don't know if it's necessarily a predictor of what's going to happen, but it is certainly a possibility that the same objections and the creative lawyering that we're seeing in the context of the Franciscan document dispute will be raised in the Los Angeles proceeding. The jury's out. I don't have a crystal ball. It may or may not happen, but it certainly is quite possible.
What's an example of that creative lawyering that we saw in the courtroom today?
Sure. And what you saw at the surface scratched was arguments regarding there being a property right in personal correspondence written by non-perpetrators that is inserted into a perpetrator's personnel file. The argument being that letters prepared by an employee inserted into another employee's file somehow become protected. That's very creative lawyering. We are arguing against that, and we will see if that argument succeeds or not. Another creative argument also is the copyright argument that they're making, that there is copyright protection in these documents. Again, very creative lawyering by some very good lawyers being paid for by the Franciscans.
And yeah, exactly how were they trying to apply copyright law to letters that are in personnel files?
Well, that's the argument we're making, that by inserting those documents into the personnel files, they lose any copyright protection that we might have had in the first place. But it remains to be seen how Judge Lichman is going to rule on those objections.